Hello the internet, my name's Laura and welcome back to my channel. Today is a little bit of just a general all-around chore day. Yet again, I do not have anything specific that I want to show you guys, but I'm just going to kind of show you a little bit of everything. You guys seem to enjoy that. And truthfully, I kind of enjoy watching those kind of videos because it allows me to live vicariously, I guess. Because then, like, I don't necessarily have to own the plants, but I get to, like, kind of get some of the joy of seeing them grow and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. I have actually already moved a lot of my larger plants outside because it is 60 today and it's only supposed to go down into the 40s, like mid 40s overnight, and then 50s for like about a week before it's going to get cold again. And I figured I'm just going to get those guys outside because it's like my two alocasias, the California and the Regal Shield. What else did I put out? Oh, I put out my pitcher plant because that it is not happy with being in here. It's like trying to grow, but it's just, and so that would really like to be outside. I put my two ficus, the Elastica and the Taneki are out there. And I'm also going to put my umbrella plant. Umbrella plant? I don't know where that came from. I'm going to put my trumpet plant outside because that spider mites, man. That plant is just a spider mite magnet. And outside, I very rarely, if ever, have problems with spider mites outside. I don't know why. Some people do have trouble with spider mites outside. I don't seem to. Knock on wood. But, hi. My cat is actually down here. Come here, Argon. Say hello to the nice people. Argon is here. He's wandering around, so if I, like, turn and do a thing, it's because he generally does not chew on my plants. But if he's doing a thing that I don't want him to do, I might have to turn away from the camera real quick. But for right now, he's good. I have a whole bunch of... You know what? I just always have a whole bunch of stuff to do. Today is no exception. I actually had been trying to propagate some of my angel trumpet, and I had it up, and I had it in this little jar, and like, this plant is, if I didn't know it already, this plant is like a water hog, because these two plants kind of got a decent amount of roots on them. And then they like literally drained all the water in here in one day. And then started to shrivel. Like it started to shrivel, the roots all went. So I poured some more water in here. I'm waiting to see if they survive. I don't think they're too far gone at this point. I think they just was like, if I had come down tomorrow, I might have been in trouble. But they are trying to survive right there. And that's like immediately on my mind because of that. Dealing with I'm finally dealing with the spider mites on my primulinas. I think this one actually is one of the few that doesn't, and which is why it's still over here. God, I love it. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful. I underwatered my little baby Prince of Orange. Oh, my baby Prince of Orange tells me that it has a little mealybug on it. But only the one, so we're just going to go ahead and deal with that. Deal with it as it comes up, and it won't ever get to be a problem. This probably only happened because it was really close to the primulinas. I've really not ever had problems with philodendrons getting... You know, it's kind of like certain plants are just prone to certain types of pests. And the nice thing about philodendrons is that they're not really prone to very many pests that I've found. I don't It's one of the ones where like I don't really have that much problem with them. It's like I always pull down this philodendron Birkin, and I'm just like, oh, philodendron Birkin, you are perfect. Look how beautiful you are. You never die when I don't water you. You look perfectly lovely. You don't get bugs on you. You are just a perfect plant. Philodendrons are just like that in general. I'm not saying that I don't have any trouble with any of my philodendrons. Most of it, I think, is a lack of water, because I'm worried about overwatering them and then I underwater them. You know, case in point, he's doing fine now, but I could tell that he was kind of, oh, are you putting on a little baby? Oh my God, it's a baby. I really want to try, staking this guy at some point. Just because I've heard that even this type of philodendron likes to be staked. And I think that would be really cute. But it might need a bigger pot. I don't know. This plant is technically on hold for somebody. We're gonna do a plant trade, and then it became winter. And so sometime this spring, this might be going to a new home. But for right now, I'm gonna take care of it like it's my own, because it's my own. What else is going on? I'm just kind of checking everything. My little drag-eyed glass gal is flowering there. Isn't that cute? Very cute. Man, this is a little plant that could. I keep thinking I'm gonna lose it, and then it does fine. I just have to keep caring for it the way that I'm caring for it, I suppose. What else am I doing? Oh, I gotta, oh, and then a lot of you expressed interest in seeing a video of my taking the flowers off of these rainbow hedgehogs. I did in fact tape that video, and then I got to the end and decided that I really didn't want to post it, because I basically I did the isopropyl alcohol method, which actually worked pretty well, but I got kind of impatient toward the end, and I just kind of ripped the remaining bit of it off. And this one's actually pretty decent. I got, there's that little bit of damage and a little bit of glue I left on there, but this one I kind of just ripped it out of there, and I'm pretty sure that I might have damaged the center, which is where all the growth comes out. So I'm not sure how this one is going to respond to that. One of the reasons I'm glad that I got two. It's very possible that they're just gonna have scars as they grow, but truthfully, I don't know how fast these are gonna grow in the first place. So anyway, I'm planning on not doing that video because it's literally like a bad example of how to get the flowers off, because I was just like, oh my God, it's not working. I mean, it was working, but I was like, I just got really impatient. I did. I should have put it away and come back to it the next day, and I didn't. But anyway, the plants are fine. I mean, they're gonna be fine. I am also on the edge of cleaning all the time. I'm on the edge of putting up a whole bunch of plants for trade and sale, and just because, I don't know, I just kind of want to clear everything out before we get to the spring, proper. I'm talking to you guys from down here. Can you even see me? No, you can't. That's fine. I am also getting a new video game tomorrow. I will already have it by the time you guys see this video. But it's the new Story of Seasons game, Pioneers of Olive Town. And I like the Story of Seasons game series very well. Argon, are you eating that? I'm watching whether or not he's eating that. Okay, I think he's not eating that. Oh, no, he's playing with something. Okay. And I know that I am going to become entirely obsessed with it. So, forthcoming videos will probably be short and consist of me watering and taking care of my plants so that they stay alive while I'm playing this video game. We'll see how bad it actually is. I don't think it'll be that bad, but you know, I tend to get very wrapped up in video games for like the first week or two after I get them. And you know, that's just kind of how it goes. So I know that that's coming, which is why I am filming this video today. Don't eat that either. He says, I don't even know what you're talking about. But anyway, so that's why I'm kind of trying to get some plants outside. I'm kind of trying to, you know, organize some things. I'm going through my list of things that need to be watered just so that I can kind of check up on everything before I disappear for a couple of days. This thing I might have to keep upstairs, depending on how fast it ends up going through this water. That way it doesn't die again, or almost die again. We'll see how that goes. Really, I should probably just go ahead and pot them up. Argon moved the thing and scared himself. Good job, cat. Okay, what else am I doing today? All right, the other thing that I am doing today, like I said, is going through what needs to be watered. I think that these can be going a little longer. I know, right? Should I? My satin pothos probably does need to be watered. Oh, I might take, I'm not sure. I know. So probably what I'm going to end up doing is, my cat is in a pot. Just going through and watering a whole bunch of things. Whether or not you guys are interested in that, that's what I'm going to be doing. I really did want to do, I wanted to do similar to what I did. Oh, you can see him. Argon, you were on the camera. Yeah, you were. Hi. Hello. Oh my goodness. Well, if you come over here, then you get to be on the camera again. Everybody loves you. They will say how cute you are. Yeah. Now I've forgotten what I was going to say. Argon, what was I talking about? Something over here reminded me of it? No, not really. Oh, right. Like last year, I wanted to do a begonia, like a begonia collection tour thing, like show off all my begonias. And I was going to punctuate that with getting in a box that I had ordered, or some plants I had ordered from Logi's for my birthday, which are all begonias. Only it ended up that I ordered those plants and only one of them was actually in stock. The other three, because I bought 4, the other 3 were all on back order. 2 of them were on back order for a month. And one of them was on back order for 2 months. What they say, 6 weeks, a month and a half. And I was just like, guys, where are my plants? Because when I ordered them, only one was on back order. And I was like, oh, okay, they'll send the 3, and then I'll get that other one later. And then apparently I was like, where are my plants? You guys haven't shipped them. And they're like, oh yeah, well, this one's on back order, and this one and this one. We only have the one. Do you want us to send the one? I was like, I don't want just the one. I want to get all of them so it is an awesome opening experience. I didn't actually say that, but that's like kind of what I meant. So I had them hold on to it. It's probably going to be a little while until that happens. So that begonia tour is on hold. So everything that I had planned is, not everything I had planned is ruined, but it feels like everything I had planned was ruined. So you guys are just going to have to wait for that. I know, I'm sorry. You can see some begonias in my background. They're right there. But anyway, I am looking forward to this week because it's supposed to be fairly warm, which means the heat's not going to cut on, which means my humidity down here should start going up a little bit, at least for a little while. So that's going to be really nice. What else do I want to show you guys, or should I just start watering things? I should just start watering things. Okay. Begonia Etna says Begonia Etna wants to be watered. This plant is one of the main reasons why I want the humidity to get fixed down here, because this plant like did really well for a really long time, and then it just kind of started, like all of the leaves are just crisping, like all of them. They look terrible and horrible. And I thought it was because I was underwatering it, only they started crisping and I had like watered it a whole lot and the soil was still wet and it was still crisping. And so I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I'm going to assume that it's the humidity down here just isn't high enough, because that's what I would assume. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get nicer down here, because I don't have any more room to put it in my grow tent. But I would like for it to do well. But anyway, we're going to water it because it needs to be watered now. Don't move. I'm going to have to go make more water. I've been watering with my liquid dirt, which I'm actually, one of the reasons that I was kind of hesitant to start using, I guess not hesitant, too lazy to start using a fertilizer is because I felt like most of them were kind of a hassle. Which isn't necessarily true, but I just had a really hard time getting started with them. And then I had heard about liquid dirt from Harley G. And she's like, you just get this little packet and it's got powder in it, and then you put the water in it, and then you've got your concentrate. And then you dole out your concentrate into, you know, a gallon jug and you use it. But the thing that I like about this fertilizer as opposed to my other fertilizer, the one that I had before, is like you need to use it all up that day. Like you mix it and then you have to use it. And I'm like, but what if I have some left over? What if I need to make some and I only use a little bit? You know, like this was like this big insurmountable, big insurmountable. Well, the liquid dirt doesn't have that problem. I mix it up, it's a concentrate, it's in its cute little bottle. I'm probably gonna do like a thing on this at some point, but for right now, I'm not even gonna show it to you. It's all the way over there, I don't wanna go get it. But then I have these 2 gallon jugs, two 1 gallon jugs, so 2 1 gallon jugs. And I just put the appropriate amount in here, fill the rest of it up with water, and then these just sit there, and then I pull them out and I, you know, water whatever it is that I need to water with them. And so it just, in my mind, because I can have them prepped and I don't have to use it all up, like that's better in my mind. Does that make sense? I'm sure some of you have the same damage that I have, but anyway, that makes sense to me. And I definitely noticed a lot of my succulents actually started flowering after I started using this new fertilizer. I'm not sure that I'm noticing faster growth, just because now it's spring and so growth was coming on anyway, so I just don't know. But I'm pretty happy with it. It wasn't expensive. Next time I'm probably gonna buy a couple things of it, and then I won't even have to order it all that often. And you know, I'm just going to keep using it. And the thing that I also like about it is because it's like a water and it could just kind of sit there as much as possible, as I put it in my propagations too. So that they like actually get some nutrients. Again, I'm not sure if that's helping any, but it makes me feel like I'm helping. And sometimes that makes all the difference. I don't know. Anyway. So, okay, so we watered our begonia Etna. Why do I have no connection? I don't know. This is silly. Okay, March 18th. Okay, pink mints. Did I just water you? Maybe I didn't just water you. Okay, I'm going to mix up some more. Of my fertilizer, and then I'll be back and we'll water some more plants. All right, I'm back. I have more fertilizer now. Okay. Oh, look, you guys are going to get to see some of the begonias. I feel like I did just water this the other day, and then I think I didn't mark that I did. Yeah, it definitely feels, this is my pink mint, which I absolutely adore. I have been having some problems with, some crisping on the leaves, which I'm thinking is either an underwatering or a, humidity issue. It's still doing great. It's doing fine. It's growing pretty well. But you guys get to see it because I forgot that I had watered it. But I'm putting it in now. It's very difficult from down here. Okay. So, all right, you're good. Pink minx, you got watered. Oh, my Birkin. My wonderful and amazing Birkin that I don't really need to water on any kind of set schedule. But, you know, if I'm remembering, I might as well anyway. So, oh, right. Put the little thing under it, or else it's going to, and the Birkin is on its way to producing another leaf. You could see it right there. I'm excited for the new growth. All right, letting that soak in. All right, and then my watermelon peperomia, which I've just been so happy with this plant, and I'm really glad that I got this the way that I did, because I got it as such a big full plant. This was a part of the Trending Tropicals collection, and I'm just really happy with how big it is, because I feel like if these leaves were like tiny, I might not enjoy it as much. I don't know. I just like the fact that the leaves on this are just so big because they're just so impressive looking, right? It has, however, been flowering since I got it. I don't know if that's good or bad. The flowers are not very attractive. They are just silly little sticks. I don't know. I almost feel like I want to just cut them off, but really I should just let it do what it wants to do, right? We're going to take this up to 20 days. Because it's a peperomia, and the leaves are fairly thin on this, so it probably needs more water than, you know, a thick-leafed peperomia, but I also don't want to overwater it. So because it's so like prominent and just beautiful, impressive, I don't like ever forget about it. So, you know, some of my plants, like I kind of forget about them and then eventually I water them. That is definitely not one of those. Peperomia, obtusifolia variegata. I moved that plant. Where did I put it? This is why I try and keep everything like on specific shelves, because then when I need to water it, I can actually find it. Well, I've got my other peperomia. That is this one's the green variegation. The white variegation is the one where I don't know where it is. Not that the white variegation is very white anymore, because it apparently just wants way more light than I'm giving it. And so the white has turned rather off-white, but where the heck did I put it? Is it over there? Is that why I can't find it? Do you guys ever lose plants? Where you're like, I know I have this plant. It's somewhere. Where did it go? I'm probably looking right past it. If you guys can see it on the camera, like right now. Ah, there it is. You can. You could totally see it on the camera right now. Oh, I got it. I got it. But see, these leaves here, when I first bought that light green there was like white. I mean, it was like gorgeous. It's still very, very pretty, but it just doesn't have that, like, shock value white anymore. Maybe it'll, I don't know, maybe it'll improve when I, if I put it outside. There was some reason it didn't like being outside. I feel like I tried to put it outside last year and it just, something happened. We're going to try and put it outside again this year because, like, I mean, it's pretty. I definitely still like it, but, like, I would like for it to actually have the white variegation, right? Did I, like, way overwater? I way overwatered it. Okay. Oh. I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful and marvelous and also a klutz. Ugh. I went to put the water, let the water drain into my trash can that I have right over here. And then I poured it out on my foot. Fine, but it is now watered and I can put it back up. I don't know why I have it up here. I must have just had some space for it. Wipe, wipe, wipe. Wipe, wipe, wipe. Okay, my primulinas are all over the place right now because I'm trying to get the mealies off of them, so we'll come back to that. My bear's paw. You're in a little group now, so you should not be getting watered on your own. Feels like you were watered recently. Yeah, this is my little variegated bear's paw. Though you can't really tell the variegation on this. Like, there's some places that kind of have it, but it's not, like, super obvious. It's super cute. I love bear's paws. They're so adorable. But it just does not super read as variegated. But I love it, and I will keep it anyway. Obviously. Okay. Yeah, you guys all did get watered recently, didn't you? I think you did. Okay. I got watered at some point. Oh, my Echeverria and Lola, though. My beautiful little Lola that is starting to get a little bare down here in the bottom. I think I'm going to have to, chop off her head at some point and replant her. I think she's going through more water now that she's like bigger, taller, because there's like more plant. And so I ended up underwatering because she needed to be watered more often and I didn't do it, and that's why these bottom leaves have all died. The top of the plant's really healthy. That's a nice thing about succulents. I can just take the top right off of there. Or possibly even just plant it deeper. And it'll be fine, so. Okay, so these, I have a new thing that I've been trying. I think it was the same date, March 18th, yeah. Where I have put a certain amount of similar sized like pot succulents into a tray. So it's like one big tray here. And then when I go to water this, it's actually doing pretty well. When I go to water this, I pour water into the tray up to a certain point, and then I just let it soak in that water. And so far, that seems to be working fairly well. This guy here looks like he might be able to use a little bit more water than he's getting. So This was just an experiment because truthfully I was getting, like you guys knew, I was getting to the point where I had so many plants that I just was like, I can't take care of all of these. And I was just like, well, I could just throw them out. And then I'm like, but if I just have to water them the once, like for all of them, then it would be like I have one plant, right? Like this is one plant. And so I decided to try that for a little while, and it actually seems to be working. Like I said, except for this little guy, who really seems to be drying out. So he might need to be watered. He might need to be watered on his own. So that he can get enough, because his little tops are looking very anemic. And he is a succulent. He should have nice plump tops. Nice plump tops. So we're going to stick a whole bunch of water in there. We're going to leave them here so that I can remember to pull them out of whatever water does not suck up. But anyway, I did that for... I have a little tray there. I have a bigger tray there. You might be able to see part of it. It's where these things are coming out of. But there. And then I have one tray back here. And then I have another tray that I kind of started up here. And like I said, so far it seems to be working okay. But I just have to kind of pay attention to which plants really would prefer more water or less water. I really did want to, however. I really wanted to show you guys my terrarium. I was looking at it the other day, and let me pull it over here. I gotta just dry this off so I can bring it over here. Okay, so first off, I put a thing over top of it. It was drying out faster than I wanted it to, so I had it completely covered for a little while, and then that was too much humidity, so I went ahead and like gave it a little bit of air. But I was noticing the other day, look how big these traps are. I mean, these are huge traps. That's my finger for scale. Like that Venus flytrap is doing really well in there. It's putting out new traps. It's just super happy. I've got my little butterwort. You know what? Maybe I can point with, I'm gonna point with my chopstick. It'll be easier. I have these little butterworts in here. There's one, and there's one. And look at all the like little babies that are kind of growing all on that. And then my droseras, which have been doing really well, but I think what happened is because it was so humid in here, the little flies were dying on there, and then they were molding, and that's what all those little white things are. And then my bigger one here is obviously, this is it flowering here, and it's like in the way. But look at the nice color on that. I guess the nice color on the Venus flytrap as well, but I mean, gosh, those traps are, oh, this one's kind of wedged in here. Let's see if I can, hi, you can come out of there so you're not so wedged. I don't know if that helped Eddie. But like it's got nice new traps coming out, like two, and it might even be flowering. Look there in the center. So that guy is being very happy in here. I did lose one of the Drosera. There was one there that I think died. And there's another one right here that you can see like the edges of it that's not doing so hot. But I think for the most part, things have been doing really well in here. And just testing to see how moist it still is. It's still pretty moist. So I've been pretty happy with this. And like I said, if the plants are happy in here, I'm probably not going to do much with it. I'll just kind of leave it. The only problem obviously being when these flowers who want to be super tall get over the top of the thing, and then I have to like, I don't know, maybe I can like shove it over to the side. let it come out the little air hole like that. Maybe that'll make it happy. I'm not sure. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys an update on that, and it's doing pretty well. Oh, that's actually kind of a nice picture there, except for the Hoover vacuum thing in the background. But still. Oh, wow, that's even better. Ah, I love that. I'm going to take a picture of that. Did that work? It might have. Huh. So anyway, turn you back around. I'm like so careful anytime I pick that thing up, just because I feel like it's going to break. And it might. Anyway, I think I'm going to, I think that's a good way to end this video. I'm going to keep watering some stuff, obviously. But that should be good for you guys for now. You know, if you like this video, go ahead and like this video. I know it was a little kind of all over the place. I'm feeling a little bit all over the place today, but you know what? That's fine. Like I said, I'm going to keep watering. Like this video if you like this video. Subscribe if you want to stick around and see some more stuff. I'm going to be trying to get videos. I want to try and get back to my 2 videos a week again, because I don't know. I just like that. I like that. I think you guys like that. There's mutual liking of 2 videos a week. And, but if more people subscribe, I will be more encouraged to, no, anyway, you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. But anyway, thank you guys for spending some time with me today. Like I said, knowing that I have you guys to talk to really helps with the chores that I have to do down here, because it's not just me sitting down here being like, not that I don't like taking care of my plants. I don't want you guys to think that I don't like taking care of my plants. I do, but I'm like a people person. Like, I really am an extrovert. An extrovert in the actual way that the terms introvert and extrovert are meant, in that I get energy from being around people. And while you guys aren't actually physically here for me to get energy from, the idea that you are there watching gives me at least some energy. It's not the type of energy I could survive off of for like ever, but it does give me some energy. So I really do appreciate you guys watching these videos and commenting on them, and it just, you know, it really makes me happy. It really does. I love you guys. I do. Okay, I'm not really crying. Argon! Stop pretending like you don't hear me. I know you're a cat. Okay, there we go. I was just going to wave the towel at him, guys. Don't freak out. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. All right, bye-bye.